everybody? Welcome to the latest episode of Pop for This for the week of November, 24th, 23rd? Thanksgiving week 2025. We are your hosts. I am Machi, the Ring Geek.
I am McKendy, the Total Heel.
Bill the Guillotine.
And this week we are just going to give you our recap of Raw, NXT, and Smackdown. We had all the go-home shows.
Yes.
All the go-home shows for Survivor Series, which is happening tonight. We're just going to go through them, talk about each one, go through the match. Going to go through the match results real quick, and then we're going to give you guys our insight into what we think is going to happen and how it figures out into next week's episode and the weeks succeeding and even Survivor Series tonight. So unless there are any objections.
I don't think there's any objections. But guys, please like and subscribe and tell us.
And subscribe.
And tell us what do you think is going to go on tonight in Survivor Series, and what did you think about the shows this week leading to Survivor Series. So let's begin.
All right. So right off the bat, we got Raw, obviously. And Raw started out with what I thought is something that I hate. Roman Reigns is back, everybody. Roman Reigns came out and he did his thing. And then we had another match. I'm not going to get too hung up on that. We had another match. We had Carmelo Hayes versus Gunther. Really good match.
Fire.
Really, really good match. Gunther went over on Melo, which shouldn't surprise anyone, but a very good match nonetheless. Then we had Dominic Mysterio's promo against a little person, which I'm not going to touch on. We had Rey Mysterio versus JD McDonough, with Mysterio obviously getting over and getting a massive pop from the crowd, which he kind of always does. We had our women's war game hype where heels and faces faced off. We had Becky Lynch, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. And I forgot what Nia Jax and
Lash Legend.
I forgot what their team is called. But Nia Jax and Lash Legends faced off against the faces. AJ, Rhea Ripley, Io, Charlotte, and Alexa Bliss. That ended with the faces standing tall. Not surprising. Excuse me. And a lot of people seem to think that means that the heels are going to win. I don't know, but I don't know if that's an indicator, but we'll see. Next up after that, we had Last Time Is Now tournament match. It was Solo Sikoa versus Penta. I'm sure everyone knows at this point that Penta got hurt, which really sucks. For a lot of reasons. And then we closed the night out with the advantage match. The Usos versus Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul, with McIntyre and Paul coming out on top. Then, the big takeaway from that is Brock Lesnar tripping on his entrance on the way to the match. So
classic.
That was very quickly our Raw results. We can get into our analysis. Aside from Melo versus Gunther, which I think is
match of the night.
If you're gonna watch
anything
from that episode, match-wise, definitely it'll be that.
For a moment there, I thought Melo was about to win.
Dude,
the way they built that up, I thought Melo was definitely they were gonna surprise us, and Melo was gonna advance because,
in the words of Michael Cole, Melo put on a clinic.
Yeah, he really did.
Yeah, it was the end. You got to give it to Gunther. Gunther showed pretty well too.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a really, really good match. As far as like the war game stuff, like WWE just has their way of building up their matches, and it's always all right. Month before Survivor Series, you're gonna throw everybody together, and then we're just gonna have run-ins, which is unfortunate because all of these people, they have history with each other. Charlotte has history with Rhea Ripley. Rhea has history with Io Scott. Like Alexa has history with all of them. Like they all have history with each other, and they should be pulling on that thread more than anything else. Like they just threw them together, and I didn't and that's kind of what they always do. And the one thing that I've liked throughout this whole thing is that Asuka has been front and center on the heel side, which I really, really like. She seems to be, I guess, the leader or whatever, the mastermind of the whole thing, which I'm always in favor of. So, but otherwise, I thought it was kind of a meh episode, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
They had that big tease with Roman Reigns when he said that title looked better on my shoulder to both CM Punk and Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, and he walked away.
And he walked away and let the audience figure out who's he talking about. I think he's talking about CM Punk because they do have a little bit of history and they do have a lot of attention, and they haven't done that match yet. Everybody's seen Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes twice. I don't want to go back to that well, because if they do that again and Roman Reigns wins, so all that storyline, it was for nothing.
It was
for nothing.
It was to build Roman
Cody
Reigns.
finishing his story. Cody finishing his story was for nothing. It was Roman Reigns taking a vacation from the championship, and now I'm back giving my championship back.
I have a theory. This entire thing was to piggyback Vince making Roman Reigns the face. And if you pay attention, he is getting huge pops. Roman Reigns is finally a face. And I think they're going to give him that title. I hold on. I think they're going to give Roman Reigns the title, guys. I think they're going to give him the World Heavyweight Championship title.
I do think he's gonna go after that title. I don't think it's gonna happen till WrestleMania. WWE is gonna want him. They're gonna want him to be, a significant part of that card. Does it look like I have one? Well, I look like I had 6 fingers for a second.
It still looks like you have 6 fingers.
Let me stop.
Still looks like that.
But yeah.
And then mad long too, like mad creepy. Now stop.
What are you?
All right, so yeah,
I'm in the same room with you, for God's
sake. What are you, Vecna?
Yeah. Oh shit. All right. Let's not get off track. But yeah, I think they're gonna go that route. I don't think they not waste it, but I don't think they have Reigns win it at Rumble. He'll probably win the Rumble, or he'll win Elimination Chamber or something.
Yeah.
And then he'll choose Punk, or he'll have to face Punk, and that'll be that.
But title wise, if you're trying to strengthen the World Championship title, it kind of makes sense, now that Roman Reigns holds it, now that CM Punk held it, Seth Rollins, Gunther, all those top guys held it. It makes it on the level, or almost on the level, of the Undisputed Championship. And I think that's what they're trying to do right now with it.
Well, it makes more sense.
That'll definitely make it happy, even though I hate that, but that'll definitely make it happen.
I'll say.
Well, it makes sense because that Cody holding that belt, you can have long feuds. All right, whatever. You can fight with this belt, but that World Heavyweight Championship, I think that was the whole point of it, just to make that the workhorse belt, that fighter's belt.
Yeah.
Well, I think one thing that I will say, I agree the prestige of that title is very high. I think CM Punk can just, I think this reign, it should add to that. As much as I'm not a fan of that man, I understand, like, there's not too many guys who are on that level. Like, and if you're talking about who's above him, it's Roman Reigns and Cody. That's it. That is absolutely it. And it's not like they're standing on top of his head, 10 shoulders above him. They're a little bit above him. But CM Punk brings a lot of prestige.
Yeah.
Brings a lot of prestige. So
but he does. But that's Seth Rollins' belt.
I agree.
I agree
100%.
Seth Rollins is now synonymous with that belt. Especially, let's not forget, he didn't lose the belt. When that man comes back, the pop he's gonna get.
And that's another thing. No matter who holds that belt, there's storyline behind it.
The storyline is perfect. It's in play.
Storyline right there. If Roman Reigns holds it, that was the original WrestleMania match they were about to do anyway. So Seth Rollins saying, "Hey, Roman Reigns, I want the title that I never lost. Let's go, you and me. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Love to see it.
I think the more, especially as the week has gone on, the more and more I think you're right that CM Punk is gonna that CM Punk will turn on these guys. I can see it. I still
I could
think
see it too.
I still see Rock and Punk emerging out of this too, but I'm leaning more toward Punk turning heel. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Like they lost their top heel. Seth Rollins was a top heel. Top heel. If you slide CM Punk in that spot, oh my God, Seth Rollins is gonna be beside himself. This man got my belt. He has my fucking faction now. Like,
Not only
and they
that, you're gonna
know
have
Seth Rollins when he comes back, they're gonna cheer him on because he's gonna be a face now. Yeah. You know, so they already have a top heel waiting for him.
Like there's no, like he'd have to come out and do some just truly dastardly shit for him to come back and be a heel.
And even if before that, if that doesn't happen or before that happens, Roman Reigns, they try to put Roman Reigns as the face now. He's going to be as a face. So if CM Punk turns heel,
well, maybe that's what they're maybe
a heel versus face match.
Yeah.
That's might be the buildup. While Seth is gone, they're gonna have Roman and CM Punk. If he does turn, that's the perfect rivalry to go on for months into a WrestleMania. But Roman loses. He can't win that title because Seth has to come back. You know what I mean? Like it has to be CM Punk and Seth. They got to end it with that title, I think. That would be it. Like Seth, Roman ain't going to take that title from Punk if he turns heel. That's my prediction.
You think? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I would. I mean,
because look who he got now.
I would love it.
Look who he got now. He got the bronze. Like so that also makes CM Punk's title run longer. He doesn't have to wrestle because he can throw the bronze at everybody, and you know what I mean. Like he doesn't have to be the main guy. He can do what Seth was doing.
Yeah. And CM Punk, like people forget that savior gimmick that he had.
Mm-hmm.
A cult leader shit that he had, dude. He was excellent at that. So, and people forget about CM Punk leading a heel stable. People forget about that shit. But he can definitely do it. So,
and I don't have any problem with the little segment with the females war game match. I think it was pretty good. AJ still has her mic skills.
She definitely does.
You know,
yep.
And it's just building up because it's just building up this feud between her and Becky Lynch. Did you see Becky Lynch's face while AJ was talking?
I love it.
Becky Lynch was fuming.
Yo,
she was fuming.
And let me tell you, Becky held that whole segment. Her and AJ like held that whole segment together, like by them. When that feud properly starts, I'm gonna be on the edge of my seat on these promos because that's like what we saw on Monday was just a little bit, but yeah, I'm interested in seeing what comes out of that match. All right, so NXT. All right, so NXT was, in my opinion, disappointing. Like it opened great. If you're gonna watch anything from NXT, I would definitely say watch the match with Jackson Drake and Sean Legacy. Really good match. Trick Williams and Miles Bourne was pretty good too. But yeah, so the opening match was Jackson Drake versus Sean Legacy for the Evolve Championship. Jackson Drake went over with a running knee. Really good match. Then you had Zarya versus Fallon Henley in a match for the Speed title, with Henley defeating Zarya in sudden death in a match that's only supposed to be 5 minutes.
That was stupid.
But yeah, we'll touch on how.
Sometimes they just blatantly drop the ball. So
now it's a regular match. Whatever.
Horrible.
Whatever.
The triple threat match, the knockouts match, Kalani Jordan, Jordan Grace, Lei Ying Lee. Excellent. If you
Yeah, that was a good
haven't
match.
watched it, go watch it. Very good match. Like Lee's mad emotional. She's never won like something this big. This is a really big thing. She used to be in NXT, so it's a nice moment for her. And that belt should be in TNA. Then we had Kendall Gray, the Evolve Women's Champion, against Lainey Reed. Not much to say there. Kendall Gray went over. And then we had Miles Bourne versus Trick Williams, with Miles Bourne going over clean.
A surprising win, clean. So
Over-
they're really pushing this guy.
Yeah, over
Yeah.
Trick Williams.
So the long lost son of Randy Orton.
Yeah,
He really does.
Yeah.
he really does.
I was very.
He looks like him.
He does. I was very surprised. Yeah, I was very, very surprised about that. And then he had John Cena announcing the Iron Survivor. Excuse me, the Iron Survivor participants: Javon Evans, Leon Slater from TNA, Joe Henry, who is full-time WWE now,
Yep.
Leon Lennox from Dark State, and Miles Bourne. That's what was at stake in their match, was a spot in the Iron Survivor match. And then on the ladies' side, we got Sol Ruka, Lola Vice, Kalani Jordan, Jordan Grace, Kendall Gray. I don't know if you guys have ever seen an Iron Survivor match. It's a little gimmicky, but it's cool. So you should definitely check it out.
It was a good match.
Definitely check it out. But anyway, so yeah, that was NXT. You know, NXT's got their own thing that they're building towards, obviously outside of Survivor Series. But all in all, this week, really not much to write home about, except for that first match and the ladies' triple threat. If you're gonna watch something, I would definitely encourage you to watch that, because it was really, really good, and it had a really, really good finish. Xia Li, or excuse me, Lei Ying Li, that's who she is now, is a really good worker, and her style is just kind of hard to translate because she's a striker, but still, I thought it was a really, really good match. So, unless you guys got anything else you want to talk about.
No.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Trick Williams lost that match clean. I guess they really want to push this guy Bourne, and by beating Trick Williams, everybody's gonna be like, "Whoa, okay,
Yeah.
let's see what goes on." Speaking of other people that they could have put in the tournament, they could have put Trick Williams also.
True. Very
You know?
true. They
And
could have
Trick
put
Williams,
Oba.
you could buy doing that, because he talks so much garbage.
Yeah,
He would talk so much crap. He
Put a
talks
shirt
crap
on.
about the Undertaker, about his little 2-minute confrontation with the Undertaker. If he retired John Cena, oh my god.
Put a shirt on.
What's that?
and
Trick Williams ain't never got no shirt on. Put a shirt on.
congratulations on his engagement.
To Lash Legend.
To Lash Legend. They just got engaged this week.
If there was anyone that I would think that could handle a Lash Legend, it's a Trick Williams.
Yeah. Apparently they've been living together.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Good
congratulations
for him.
on that. And I hated that interview that they had with the champion.
Oh, Ricky Saint.
Yeah, Ricky Saint.
Man.
Was horrible.
He
because
just doesn't connect with me. I don't connect with him.
I'm sorry, he didn't look like a champion. He didn't look like a champion in that interview.
He hasn't sold me at all.
Like, dude.
I can't.
Ricky, I get it. I get his gimmick, but like as a champion, nah, he hasn't sold me at all. You better have that man stand up.
Yeah.
Oh my. This is the worst. His little foot up. That's
yeah, I didn't like that. I didn't like that whole segment.
He doesn't.
Quick side note though. Maybe they should start changing the championship belt size for certain champions, because yeah, it looks way bigger than
or just like put it on a table. Like they had a small table between them. Why didn't you just put the belt there?
He was like
so
this.
like he was like put it on his, but like dude with that
like,
small ass frame,
bro, you got no chest.
resting his arms on the belt like this.
Even the gold shirt looked too big for him. And I'm like, bro, you sure you're the champion or you're a fan that's pretending to be the champion? I don't know.
Oh, man. Yeah, but
that's my take.
Anyway, so yeah.
Right, let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, let us know what you think about Ricky Starks in that chair.
Exactly.
And
let's generate some heat.
The speed match. I gotta mention that real quick. Okay, the whole point is that the speed match is supposed to be what 5 minutes. And
get them.
Okay.
That don't make no damn sense.
Then they had the match. There was no winner, and they had sudden death. So it became a match, a regular ass match.
For what? A speed title. That is, yeah.
And it's not that I want the speed title to matter. I don't. And them doing things like that only proves that it actually doesn't matter. Why have that thing? It is the worst thing they have. It's the speed title. It is.
I feel like one of us would be the writer back there. Guys, by the way, this doesn't make any sense. You're fired.
Yes. Like, why'd you get fired? For talking sense.
For making sense.
But anyway, so yeah, that's my final thing on it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Let's move on.
So Smackdown started out with Jay versus Rusev, with Jay performing a spear and a frog splash. That was his offense for the match. And winning the match. Yeah.
I feel bad. That match made me feel bad for Rusev. Go on. We'll talk later.
Yeah, we definitely talk about that. The Miz versus LA Knight. Pointless. LA Knight wins. I don't know why the Miz was involved, but hey, fine. Asuka versus Charlotte Flair for the advantage match. Pretty good match. Charlotte and Asuka have always had good chemistry, regardless of how poorly Asuka is usually booked. Her and Charlotte Flair have really, really good chemistry. It was a good match.
Match of the night for me.
Yeah, and as much as I don't like it, I do think Flair needed to go over because I think the heels are gonna win regardless. After that, we had the MFTs against Sami Zayn, Motor City Machine Guns, Shinsuke Nakamura, and who am I missing?
Ray Phoenix.
And Ray Phoenix. So that was the show. MFTs come out winning. Solo Sikoa is the sole survivor, beating Sami Zayn.
That match made me really miss the old classic Survivor Series matches.
Yeah.
Moving forward, if they could do maybe even go back to that, or maybe they can do like a mixture. They can have an old classic match and they can have a War Games match.
Yeah.
Or they can wait to do a War Games match when the story calls for it. Well, if it's Judgment Day versus the Bloodline and they're beefing, okay, let's have a War Games Survivor Series match or something like that.
If I'm being honest, I don't like. I think they should keep it separate. I love Survivor Series. It's one of my favorite ones. The classic one. I love Survivor Series. That's up there with for the Royal Rumble for me. And the War Game should be a completely separate thing.
I think War Games should be when the teams, if you actually built the story, and the teams hate.
Yes, exactly.
It should be like Hell in a Cell.
Exactly.
Bust that thing out every now and then. Traditional Survivor Series matches, they're important because you can build stars that way.
Exactly.
You have a fate. This is one of the things they did for Asuka. Now, her tapping to Charlotte at WrestleMania was a sham. But the build toward that, the first big thing she did was in Survivor Series. 3-1 disadvantage. And what did she do? She was the sole survivor, beat everyone. You can add a lot of credibility to people. A perfect person for something like that is Javon Evans. Perfect person. You have him against, Solo, Tala, and Tama, whatever. I'm just picking names. That is just him against those last three. Then he gets like a roll up, and then he gets like another fluke pin, and then the third guy comes out of nowhere and beats him. you just made this man. Like so, the traditional Survivor Series matches are great, and I was
And
pissed that they did this on SmackDown. When you have 4 matches at Survivor Series the next night, like put it in
and
there.
and on the flip side to that, Mark, the it's the perfect dream partnership scenario. Like, if I was a younger kid and I'm watching WWE, yeah, I want to see Brock Lesnar and Braun Breaker on the
Yes,
same.
yes.
It's the perfect snenario for that. And that's why I like the war games. That's why like, no, just keep like these 5 guys as a team. By the way, if Seth Rollins didn't get injured, it would have been Seth, Brock,
Yeah.
Braun, Drew. And that's even crazier than Logan Paul to me.
And then Bronson Reed. Oh man,
I don't even think Logan Paul would have been in it.
I
I don't even think so either.
doubt it.
But yeah, anyway, that's my take. Like, I wish they should keep it separated. Like, I respect War Games for what it did. I watched some War Games matches back in the day in WCW. It was cool, but like Survivor Series was my shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I really didn't understand why they brought Mrs. back and just for him to lose. My question is, when I see stuff like that, I'm like, where's Randy Orton? Where's
That's
AJ Styles?
Where is
Put some
AJ
spice
Styles?
into this tournament.
Or again,
Because okay, AJ Styles is a tag team champion. So what? He can still participate in the tournament.
Yeah, because you got Solo doing multiple things. You can have AJ do like, come on.
You know? Maybe because story wise, AJ hold up. Who won that match? AJ between John Cena.
Cena.
Cena. Oh, boom! Story wise, it would make sense because AJ want to get his lick
got
back.
to get that win back.
He got to get his win back. That's why he enters the tournament.
You could do that. I think it's just, they're doubling down on something that they did just a couple of weeks ago. Like the Miz shouldn't have lost the first time.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have even been in this position to lose.
That pissed me off because that was a tease. I'm like, oh, are they going to listen to us and actually have Miz win? Nope.
Like, and then it's like, all right, he's going up against LA Knight. Like, he's not winning this shit.
LA Knight should be in the men's Survivor Series match. He should be in that match. He's been going up against the Vision this whole year.
He's been dealing with him too.
And
yeah.
He was at the center of that whole Seth fake injury angle. Like that was born out of a match.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Because that's the thing about LA Knight, because for some reason they're fixated on Jey Uso. And you know what I mean? So like, where do you put LA Knight?
They're punishing him.
They are. I agree.
Him.
I think
for grabbing that poster.
For grabbing that sign.
Well, which is why I think this might be the elevation. Like if he does win this tournament, which would be an interesting last match to LA Knight versus Gunther.
I have no issues with that.
That'd be an interesting like matchup. I still think it's going to be Gunther.
I do, but for the purpose of this story and what it can be used for, specifically for LA Knight, it could also work with.
Oh yeah, no, I think it would work perfectly for LA Knight, but I think that whole John Cena Gunther thing
seems like it's been inevitable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gunther also retired Goldberg.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
So that might be something they're building up for Gunther.
Yeah, as he retires, like
gets rid of old wrestlers and shit.
He retires the GOATs.
Yeah, like the whole Randy Orton legend killer thing. Maybe that's something they're picking up for Gunther,
That would actually be cool.
Another person that could have been in the Survivor Series men's match, Gunther. He could have been in not even both sides, it would have worked. He could have been in the heel side, and Gunther walking out with Paul Heyman, that shit would be tough.
That'd be crazy.
That's a Paul Heyman guy right there and ready. He's ready to go.
That'd be nuts.
And if they do it the opposite way, Gunther comes back as a face. We haven't seen that yet.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't even know what that looks like.
And it'll be like he can take Jimmy's face, or he's not going to take Jay's place because they're trying to push Jay, but they could have definitely took Jimmy's place, and Jimmy could have been in that War Games match that Sammy was having in the SmackDown.
Unless they try to go back to the well and have Jay versus Gunther as the final match to get to John Cena.
I
Because they
just
had a
think
pretty big rivalry.
they had a chance to have really good matches, to have really good, different matchups in this tournament. I feel like they didn't take advantage of it.
So there was one other segment that I really want to just touch on. So Jade Cargill came out when my baby Chelsea was doing her celebration.
Mm-hmm.
She
Mm-hmm.
just obliterated Chelsea, and I didn't like that. Like,
I
why
didn't like it either.
why you got to bury Chelsea to build up Jade Cargill? Like, you got this thing with Jade Cargill. But I was telling the total heel over here, it would be dope if any woman, any woman who's spoken to a mic, if Jade Cargill came out every time and beat their ass on some like,
Yes.
listen, I'm gonna let y'all have matches, but none of y'all get
Yes.
the air on this show belongs to me. Like, I don't care.
Yes.
And if Becky Lynch is on the show for some reason, then Jade Cargill is just not on the show that week. I'm talking about even if it's a tag team. I told McKendy, even if it's a tag team, they could be like, oh, thank you, Toronto. And Jade Cargill could be like, thank you, Toronto. You better not say one more word, because if you say one more thing, I'm going to bust your ass.
So if Flash Legend and Nia Jax start shooting a promo,
yes.
He's gonna shoot them.
Jay Cargill come out.
If you want Jade Cargill to look like a monster, then you have her go out there and destroy.
Honestly,
I got the ass whoop.
Honestly,
that would be hilarious.
Honestly, I got the perfect thing for it too. She always says a storm is coming. Just have a bolt of lightning like the old Undertaker. Boom! Every time someone's smoking on the mic, they're like, blah blah blah. Boom! Oh shit! I think Jade's here.
Marvel would sue. Okay. Stop it. I see what you're doing.
We have a copyright.
I see what you're doing. Stop it.
But yeah, that's.
Didn't WWE do it first?
What's that?
What created the character of Storm?
No, she says a storm is coming.
Yeah.
I think she's implying that she could be storm, but she never says she's Storm. But remember when Undertaker had the lightning hit the casket? Yes. I'm talking about that. Yeah, that.
It's so ridiculous. Or when Kane pulled, I forgot who it was. He pulled somebody into the ring and fire jumped out of the middle of the ring. And Jim Ross, he's being dragged into the flames of hell. Like, no, he's not, bro. He's going under the ring. Like, just stop.
I know we're getting off. My favorite Jim Ross thing ever. All of you. Oh my God! Stone Cold! Muscle Boy is going to WrestleMania.
And Stone Cold be exaggerating. He be exaggerating too. He be making fun of Jim Ross. Stone Cold! Like, but we got to talk about that awful segment between Dominic Mysterio and that little person.
That was terrible.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Like,
I don't know.
Whatever. Like, I'm not one to, like, offensive stuff is funny. It is. But this just wasn't funny. It was so dated. Like, this is shit they used to do like in the late 90s. Like,
yeah, back in the day.
But sometimes
funny.
Sometimes it hits. Sometimes the old stuff hits.
Like, yeah,
it was funny.
When Damian Priest threw the fryer and Aleister Black's face.
No, that was cool.
That was like, oh, throwback.
The thing is,
it's that liquid in people's face.
That's the thing, though. You see, you're touching on what I'm about to bring up. The thing is, if Dom was that type of heel, it would have worked. Dom's not that type of a heel, though. And if they were gonna do that, they had to make Dom in that segment a real piece of shit.
But they OD'd though. Like, then they had the other little person who was a cameraman, and then his camera was like a little camcorder. Like, why are y'all doing that? Give him a regular camera. Then you got him standing on a box at ringside. Stop it.
Bro,
have him stand on the steps, bro.
That was hilarious, son. That was hilarious. This nigga got a little ass camera. It's not connected to anything.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
It's not, the camera wasn't connected to anything.
Right next to it with the little tiny camera. And it was like those old school vacation
They're lying
camcorders.
to you.
Yeah, with the big two reels. With the big
WWE is lying
reels.
to you. Vince is back because this is a Vince skit right here.
I was like,
a Vince segment right here.
As soon as I saw this, I'm like, oh my god, they really do it.
And yo, I gotta say, if Rey Mysterio was trying to save that little guy, he was mad late, bro. What was he?
Bro,
What was he in the bathroom?
son,
Like
don't even get me started.
he came out mad late. Like the ass whooping was already over by the time he came out.
Son,
Well, he came out just in time to take the guy to the hospital.
That was terrible.
Seriously.
You know what would be hilarious? If the reason he was late, like they cut to a scene backstage and you just see Rey Mysterio, as little as he is, leading a bunch of other little people to go get
come on,
let's go.
boy. Oh my god.
Exactly.
But that was pretty bad.
But the little guy, he's the one that he messed up first because Dominic was like, "Stay on script." That wasn't on the script, and the guy went off script. I think he had to pretend like Dominic was the man, but he started insulting Dominic, and Dominic whispered in his ear, "Stay on script." And when he just kept on going, Dominic just kicked. He kicked the hell out of him.
That was hilarious. Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, God. But anyway, that was that was everything ahead of tonight. I mean, we already did our predictions for Survivor Series. I really haven't moved off of what I've said. Aside from the CM Punk thing, I am leaning more towards him turning heel. But there is still a part of me that thinks it's going to end with Brock and Punk. And then a feud coming out after that. But
yeah,
we'll see in 17 minutes.
I think there's going to be some surprises.
Mhm.
That ladies match, what did AJ say? She says, I'm going to guarantee I'll win.
Yeah.
I mean, this weekend.
If CM, but think about it. If CM Punk,
I'm talking about the women's.
I know. Match. Okay. I know. I'm saying that if CM Punk, especially if he turns heel, what if AJ does some dirty shit?
Heel shit too?
Yeah, because I mean, think about I wouldn't want that to happen, but it's kind of tough. You've already featured their relationship. It's kind of tough if CM Punk is a heel to have AJ be a face. It's tricky because
they can do that separate.
You'd have to ignore their relationship.
Yeah. They can do that.
I know, but they've already made it such a point to focus on it. To just drop it out of nowhere, it's kind of awkward. So I think if they...
Well, maybe that's why they dropped her for so long.
I mean...
Just to forget that.
She could also just go away for a while.
They don't have to mention her in each other's in each other's segments. They don't. Everybody know they're married. They're just off doing their own thing.
Yeah, no, I know. But again, like I said, they've already made it a point to feature them and the couple, that dynamic, so much for them to now all of a sudden, if CM Punk turns heel and they have no interaction, it's just weird. It's just weird. It would be better if she either went away or she turned. I think, or she turned heel.
Yeah, but remember AJ Lee's character. AJ always walked that fine line between heel. She's just as Seth Rollins, boo, cheers, you know what I mean? Like she just like Becky Lynch, she walked that fine line. She can go either way at any point.
Yeah, she can. That's true.
And we have John Cena's second to last match. After tonight, John Cena has one more match to go.
Yep. Kind of sad.
Retirement match. He says kind of sad. It's sad, Gil. It's sad. Yeah, and we have Nikki Bella.
Oh God.
And Stephanie Valkyria.
Yeah, but we know. Yeah, but I haven't moved off of that one either. Like Stephanie Valkyria just needs to win convincingly, move on, do something else with her life because this feud does no favors for anyone. It's made Nikki Bella look terrible. Stephanie Valkyria has been knocked down a few pegs.
Yeah, they completely forgot about her.
Yeah, I don't know where Tiffy's at.
I was just thinking about her. Is she injured?
I don't know. Probably.
All right.
But yeah.
So guys, that's our show.
Wait.
Oh, there's more?
So, guys, that's our show. If you, I'm just fucking with you. No, like you really got nothing else. We good?
We're good.
I think we're good.
Oh yeah. So guys, that's our show. Please like and subscribe.
Subscribe.
Let us know your comments. Let us know your predictions. What did you think of this week's shows of Raw, SmackDown, and NXT? And stay tuned. We will drop another episode talking about the fallout, the Survivor Series
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. Okay.
All right, Ring Pops. Catch y'all later.
Peace.
Later, guys.
No.
Bring my money next time.